What's up, team? This is Ro, your best friend at JMSB. So here I was asked a question for COMM 308, Introduction to Corporate Finance. Let's have a look. So here I was asked a question by Jessica. Here it says, Jasmine agrees to repay a loan by making 500 payments at the end of each month for 4 years. The first payment is due at the end of 6 months. If the interest rate is 12% compounded monthly, find the amount of the loan. Round your answer to the nearest dollar. Now I really like this question, and the reason for that is because if you try to do this question mathematically, it is going to be a little bit tough, but the Fabulous Finance Calculator can take a question like this and really simplify your life if you know how to use it. And so with the help of this video, I'm really hoping you learn how to use the cash flow feature of your finance calculator. So in this example, we're going to begin by just pressing CF, or the cash flow button, and then we're going to follow by pressing second followed by CEC. What that essentially does is that it clears the CF button. The idea now is to enter the payments as they happen. So inside of the cash flow button, we're simply going to enter the timeline of payments that are offered in this example. So for the first 5 months, we're paying 0, and that's because the first payment of 500 is really going to happen at the end of 6 months. For that reason, for CF0, we're simply going to press 0 followed by enter. We'll then press the down arrow. When it says C01, we're going to press 0 followed by enter. If we hit the down arrow one more time, it is going to say F01, and that would be the frequency of the first cash flow. So because 0 would be repeated 5 times in a row for months 1 through 5, we're simply going to press 5 followed by enter. If we then hit the down arrow, it is going to say CO2. At time 6, the payment is going to be for 500, and this payment is going to be repeated each month for 4 years. So the cash flow for CO2 is simply going to be 500. We're going to press enter, we're going to hit the down arrow. The frequency of that 500 is going to be 4 times 12, or 48. And that's simply because it's each month for a total of 4 years, and so 48 payments in total. Once we've done that, we can hit NPV, which is the neighbor to CF. At this moment, the calculator asks for an interest rate. Here we want to put the effective rate per period. Since the cash flows that we've put in the calculator are monthly cash flows, we're hoping to put the rate per month. So in this example, the rate is 12%, but it's compounded monthly. What that means is that it's 1% each month. And so we can press 1 for I, followed by enter. If I now hit the down arrow, it is going to say NPV, and we can press compute to find the NPV. So if you work that out, you should get an answer of 18,065 and some change. So I believe the correct response would be C. So as you can see, this calculation is pretty straightforward if you know how to use your calculator, and I'm sure that with a little bit of practice, all of you guys are going to be able to get it. Here I was also asked, when you're doing it mathematically, why is it that we use N5 rather than N6? And that's simply because when you find the present value of an annuity mathematically, you need to remember that it tells you the value one time period prior to the first cash flow. So if I apply the annuity equation to this timeline, the value is going to be offered at time 5, not at time 6. And for that reason, when you're discounting from time 5 back to time 0, you're going to use N5 rather than N6. So I hope this explanation helps, and if it does, make sure you tag your friends that are taking COMM 308. In the meantime, guys, keep well, study well, Ro out.